This is a work of fiction intended for mature audiences. Any depiction of heavy topics does not count as endorsement by the creator. This work contains many heavy depictions and themes of human trafficking, abuse, body horror, and severe parental abuse. Please prioritize your well being while engaging with this work. If at any point the content feels overwhelming, please step away and care for yourself first. Okay, well, you heard it here. What is this? A toast. To the worthy few. She is no daughter of mine. Finish what you started. This is all your fault. I'm sorry. Please, father, all I ever wanted was to make you proud. Who am I? Ow! Well, hear the audio now. Fuck. You grew up as the youngest child of the king and queen, the only daughter of their 100 children. 100 children? Play. Your mother was a caring woman in her own way. She really tried to care for all of you equally, but with how many children there were, equal felt inadequate. You and your brothers often found ways of competing for her affections. Many of them married great wives, became knights, got skilled in their chosen professions. She would praise them ever so generously, but her love paled in comparison against your father's, that is, in the way that you had to truly worthy of it. He was very much forward with his favoritism. A glance from him meant something. He was the patriarch. He ruled over them all, a strong king, a worthy king. That's what you've heard all your life, and how you longed for the same feeling that you were worthy. So you tried. Your brothers were many steps ahead. It wasn't fair how they got that extra time. It wasn't fair how they were allowed to participate in things you weren't given an option to. Weak little thing, you were always told you were enough. Just be womanly, just be graceful. Those are a woman's pride. And you did try to do those things. Well, you didn't. What's there to try? And that made his only glances and his praises for you so hollow. Perhaps your brothers were right. You were favored over many of them. It wasn't fair. You didn't deserve it. It was because you were born the only woman. As your mother grew weaker and weaker, this inadvertently gave you more time with her. She could always tell how much your father's approval meant to you, and the few moments you had with her, she always tried to make it clear how much she cared for you, and how much the king truly cared about you, and all of your brothers, how much he cherished you. You tried so hard to make them proud, and where has that gotten you? What is that? Today is coming of age ceremony. You have long since outgrown aspiration. Inside this dome, the air tastes stale, and even the thought of eating, of wandering, of wanting, has drained out of you. What would be the point when every path leads to the same place? You are all alone now. Only memories remain. They're all gone. They abandoned you. You only have one person you care about now, and they despise you. There's this feeling in the pit of your stomach that even though you have nothing to lose now, you still can lose everything. You don't know whether to care. The suitors will gather here soon. You do not let your thoughts wander past that moment. You've pushed them down so many times for a reason. The rot it leaves you behind in is almost worse than the thoughts themselves. How will they see you when they look? Do they see a princess or a prize? Would they look at you differently if they knew the weight of your sins? Deep down, you already know the answer. Huh? Did all 100 of your siblings die? They want your father. They want the slight security they'll get out of him. Perhaps they also want your mother, in a sense. Now that you're older, it seems so odd. She endured the same ceremony. It was never a secret, but to your ambitious mind it seems so far away, almost trivial. Naila. Tradition is what he calls it. But it was just something cruel that happened, now passed on to you. She never told you if she was afraid, only what came after. Children, motherhood, marriage. Perhaps that silence was her way of protecting you. Or perhaps she wanted you to learn fear on your own. Some small part of you is almost relieved that at least it's only you. No poor souls will have to endure this torment. No one else dragged into this cruel spectacle. The thought almost brings comfort, but it leaves a bitter aftertaste. Is this my punishment? It always seemed so far away, but when it became the only thing occupying your thoughts, you've begged enough, you've prayed too much. You don't know if he's always listening or if he never hears you at all. You're only left with silence. You have spent most of your days praying because it at least keeps you occupied. You end up sleeping the rest of the time, even though it's unnecessary. At least they're mostly dreamless sleep. The rest of the time, you mope in your own self-misery, wailing like a dying bird, most likely. No one ever comes to visit, not like they should for something disgusting as you. But how long for that warmth? But how you long for that warmth still, even though you know you don't deserve an ounce of any. What does she mean? You're in this cocoon, aren't you? I come with a proposition. Your breath hitches. No, it can't be. How is she here? And she can speak? Your throat closes around the sound, breath catching sharp against your ribs. There will be men in the crowd today employed by the usurper king. If you wish to atone for your sins, have the bids reach the thousands. Only then you will be free from his grasp, and thus I will be spared. Spared? No, you can feel the bile threatening to come out. You never want to remember what you did. The taste. But are you sure? What about you? Your voice trembles, but the protest feels thin, already dissolving under the weight of her command. Once it has been achieved, your sins will be atoned for. I don't want either of us to die. You don't want to even think of that, never mind having that come to fruition. You have to finish the job. What is my sin? You're only worth 1,000 to our usurper father. It's not an impossible feat, but there will be parties who are interested in bargaining. Deal with them, and success shall be yours. And I shall grant you forgiveness. It almost pierces you, that word, one you've only dreamed of. Forgiveness. The word coils around your chest. Forgiveness from her, the one you'd wronged so badly. Who did I wrong? Did father ask you? You managed to breathe out. You want to selfishly apologize. Get that quick reprise. But the words collapse. You cling to them like driftwood in a storm. But the tide of her presence drags you under. Your thoughts splinter, scattering into fragments of sin. Atonement, forgiveness, father, the bids, the 1,000. The outcome to this will decide both our fates as you have bargained so. You must not let anyone know about this. What is happening? The words strike like a seal pressed into wax, final. You won't question it, won't question her. She turns, her figure dissolving into the shadows, leaving you alone with the echo of her presence. Why didn't I say more? You have no choice now but to complete the task laid before you. 1,000. You repeat it to yourself as though the number could become more real if repeated enough. 1,000 for your sins, 1,000 to buy back a forgiveness you are not even sure you'll ever truly earn. And yet what else do you have? The bids are no longer numbers, they are the rope dangling over the pit, the only thing that could be your saving grace. If grace even exists for you anymore. After all, You were never the true princess, but only the tool that violently stole her place. What? Who never finished the job, only trying to escape that fate again. Maybe now you'll finally learn your place. Huh? It seems she has awakened. Welcome, my esteemed bidders, the auctioneer's voice crescendos, echoing through the chamber like a hymn. What a rare and exquisite pleasure it is to welcome you to this most special occasion. Your lashes lift and the blur of faces sharpen, strangers, eyes gleaming with hunger and calculation. It's been so long since you felt the gazes of other people on you, though they stare as if you are less a living being and more a relic. By His Majesty's gracious hand, you, yes you, are given this singular opportunity. The auctioneer continues, savoring each syllable, to claim for yourself none other than his only living daughter, Princess Nyla. Your stomach twists as he spreads your name into the air for all to hear. The last of her race, born of a mother whose womb blessed the kingdom with 100 children in her lifetime, yet now, she alone remains of her mother's female lineage. A murmur ripples through the crowd. You feel their gazes crawl over your skin, somehow stripping you bare without touch. A youthful rose of royal blood, graceful, obedient, fertile, polished to perfection for whichever fortunate hand should claim her tonight. Imagine, gentlemen, what a treasure what a treasure such purity, such rarity would be in your possession. It is the first time you laid eyes on the people from beyond the castle court. It's not entirely unknown to you. Images and text and the scattered tales of distant nations have long stirred your curiosity. And yet familiar would be far from the truth. You feel exposed. Their gaze crawl over you from every direction, lingering too long, glittering with unreadable intent. Their faces blur together, strange fabrics, gleaming teeth, unfamiliar scents, alien in ways you can't properly name. Their stares aren't unreadable so much as they are foreign to you. Just ignore it. Let it be known that the bidding shall last for the span of a single Nativitas night. When the first ray of light shines in the court, the highest bid shall stand victorious, and she shall belong to none but him. That is final. The bidding will commence shortly. Until then, my esteemed guests, indulge yourselves. Drink, feast, and let your eyes devour the scenery, for the true spectacle begins soon. What spectacle? I'm already in a fucking cocoon. To your dismay, the crowd isn't just an image conjured by your mind. Their whispers are far too loud for that. It seems he really is offering up the princess. She's but one of his 100 heirs. She can't be worth. Think, gentlemen, of what having her could. You pull yourself back, steadying the breath that had begun to shake and fray. Now isn't the time to falter. Yet, it's hard not to revert to your usual posture, when you were all alone for so long, where no one would see you. It makes you realize how easy you had it, yet you thought it torture. Pathetic. It's a pleasure to see you again, princess. Xander? Who's Xander? The first man approaches. His scars. You didn't know they could fade like that. Your Highness? I've rehearsed this moment, but now that you're here, I can't remember a word of it. It's been a while, princess. A while. You suppose it has been. It's a pleasure to see you as well, Sir Xander. You have to try something. Make the man like you. This is your only chance at forgiveness, at slipping from his grasp. I'm gonna save. So she did something that she feels she needs to be forgiven for. Forgiven by who? And she needs to reach 1,000? Because then her dad is like comfortable with like giving her away. Only at 1,000. So I'm guessing if you don't reach that number, you stay with your dad. Okay? Every heartbeat screams it, yet your limbs tremble, betraying the terror that coils within you. Perhaps you shouldn't have focused on rehearsal if it isn't helping you. Addressing your worries beforehand would have been more beneficial, in my opinion. Maybe that wasn't the best way of approaching the conversation. I'm inclined to agree. You're very different from how I remember. Forgive me, should my manners seem strange. You hadn't been the most social for a while now. No, not at all. Please, I really don't mean to offend you. I'm not offended. Good, good. I wouldn't want my wife to be displeased from the beginning. The confidence in the stone, so assured there. How are my brothers? And your sisters too, of course. You had only met him for those reasons only. Your family and theirs are already tied. Seeing him here today, with how many brothers are connected to his house, though, how would your presence be of any worth to them? So a bunch of your brothers married his sisters? That feels like a family bush in the making. Well, that's if they know the truth about your entire lineage, which is unlikely. Unless that's why they're here? Very well, and are very much excited to see you again. Anyhow, how have you been, princess? His eyes linger on you longer than necessary, tracing your form with a slow, deliberate interest that makes your skin prickle. Last I saw you, you looked so lively. I still remember the awe you had in your eyes when I told you of my accomplishments. Peaceful times. I've been well, you manage, your voice steadier than you feel, but as you speak, a flutter of unease coils in your stomach. And how long have you been in that thing? His hands glide over the smooth surface of the dome you've been trapped in all these years. Deliberate, almost possessive. The pressure of his gaze presses into you, heavier than the material that separates you. Nothing comes out, nothing comes in. You like to tell yourself that this is why you've been unable to change anything. But deep down, you know better. Knowing you, it's only ever been an excuse. What are you doing here, Xander? Isn't it obvious? I'm here for you, princess. For you? Does he really think of you that fondly? Please excuse my forwardness, princess, but I swear that you will belong only to me in this court. I will win you tonight. He doesn't give you time to respond before leaning in closer. So help me, alright? I have a plan to claim you, but I require your cooperation. Is that understood? You need my help? Uh-oh. The words slip out before you can stop them. You act so commanding, so assured that the last statement portrays it all. Your eyes drift lower, catching the glint on his chest, a badge. You remember the rule now. In this court, a man's badge dictates how much of his family's wealth and asset he may wield at the bidding. His is bronze. The sight unsettles you. His family is wealthier than that, wealthier by far. Bronze should not be the metal resting against his chest, and yet here it gleams. Why would a man so assured of victory step into this arena with limits? Why handicap himself? Unless he intends to win you not through wealth, but through something else entirely. Ha! Interrogate him. What do you want? Enlighten me, please, of the value of my favor in this auction. Let it be clear that this is not a charity. I'm not going to serve myself to you just because you asked so nicely. And on another note, what makes you so sure you'll win? He seems taken aback, as if he's surprised that you would want to be bid on so eagerly. It's hard to blame him when that has only become your priority recently. He smiles then, slow and deliberate, the kind of smile that belongs to a man who has already decided the outcome. I suppose I'm just a confident man. You feel the same chill again. What does this man have to make him so confident? Win me, then you'll earn my favor, and perhaps if you stop looking down on me and simply speak what it is you want from me, you might find it more to your advantage than this. Please let me apologize for my act. As you could probably guess, I'm very much eager for you, my princess. He inclines his head slightly, a shadow of bitterness crossing his features. I should be more forthcoming with my intentions. I admire you so. I wasn't expecting you to be so against me. I'm very much surrounded by powerful parties. As you can guess, I do not have the assets to win you with sheer wealth alone. This is not a charity, sir. If you want me, you'll have to win me. Yes, and I intend to keep it such. Before he can continue, a device in his hand catches your attention. He frowns slightly, displeasure flickering across his features. I'm called to. It was a pleasure to talk to you, Princess. You watch him turn, the brief crease of annoyance lingering in his set of his jaw. You hadn't noticed at first, but the atmosphere in the room has shifted, grown still, almost braced. The first man, bold enough to approach you, must have stirred something in them. For now, the others only watch. His departure leaves a strange emptiness in the space between you, a quiet reminder of how easily these interactions are controlled by forces beyond your grasp. What is he plotting? He's plotting something. Does he truly want you? What use would you have for them? It's cruel. But his presence did bring you a bit of warmth, of a long time ago. You remember the few small interactions you've had with him, the brief amount of time you had between the two of you. It's all faint now, but you remember he was another face you wanted to impress back then. He did indulge you somewhat. In turn, he impressed you back with all his own accomplishments, which for all you remember were much more impressive than your own list. You remember a quip or two from jealousy to two, actually. Who's knocking? Where are you? Right. You have a bad tendency to daydream, and this is definitely not the time. Auctioneer. The man in front. You know nothing but his role today. His cybernetics do pique your curiosity somewhat, but you better not get sidetracked. He has only interacted with you once, and that was yesterday before you encountered your encounter with her. He seemed fascinated by you. You had found it hard to gauge his feelings on the occasion, him jumping around with his style of speech like a jester. Hello, Princess. You're looking stunning as per usual, though I'm surprised they couldn't freshen you up a bit more. I thought I was stuck in the dome. Can I get out of the dome? We only met yesterday. He's teasing you. Auctioneer, would you be the what would be the currency used in the auction? You need to know why 1,000. You only asking now probably surprises him, but how your demeanor changed from disinterested at best from the last time you've interacted. Well, we'll be using a single unit to describe around you. To describe around. How do I describe it to you? Just use the currency of my father's empire, will you? Ah, of course. Apologies. You look so sheltered. I nearly forgot that a young noblewoman can be educated. He must be teasing. Okay, so 1 unit is equivalent to, he draws out, roughly the value of 1 million of your father's imperial coins. Quite substantial. Wouldn't you agree? Enough to purchase a dozen starships, terraform a small colony, or fund a private defense fleet for a year. Wha- Uh, um, that's a lot. It's no wonder the first guy has a bronze badge, cause what the fuck? It would also be the price of my current form as well. Huh. He chuckles dryly, acting intimidated by the sum. You swallow, feeling the weight of the figure settle like a stone in your chest. 1,000 that could fund a full war and the famine, keep citizens of a country well fed for many generations, you can imagine. Such a high currency. Would it have been better if you had remained ignorant? Ah, no. Were you truly worth more than all of that? I don't know. Why would want who would want you if it meant paying such a sum? His gaze lingers on you, amused, deliberate, as if he enjoys measuring not only the currency, but your reaction as well. Ah, you must be radiant with delight, aren't you? A princess, a woman at last, stepping into the grand duty that was destined from birth. How sweet it must be, knowing your father's pride hangs heavy for you. fuck out of here. I hate this shit. Get me out of the dome. He seems even more boisterous than yesterday, his voice rolling through the hall with a practiced ease, and yet something in the way he speaks, the way he frames your existence. You seem rather delighted with yourself. Perhaps you can fill me in on your own joys. Does selling a woman off to a crowd count as your own grand duty, sir? He seems put aback by your outburst, but not displeased in the slightest. I'm just glad I could help a young lady fulfill her duties. That's all. Is there something wrong with that? Duties and honor and duty. It all comes down to this, of course, circling endlessly. All roads lead here, don't they? It makes you sick. And what do you get out of your own duties from my father, sir? A simple paycheck. You seem more talkative than usual, princess. What's with the sudden interest in me? Are you perhaps interested in me? Oh my fucking god. Do you have a badge? You really want to know what I get out of this auction? Yeah. A commission? You. Huh? What is that? What does he mean by that? He must be teasing. You don't suppose he means he's part of the bidding too? But that wouldn't be fair. Yeah, that would... I don't think that's allowed. After a long drawn-out silence, you, speechless, he breaks it with a loud laugh. I'm playing. I'm teasing. I'm only here to serve, truly. It's a true pride and joy for me, this job, and to serve our righteous king, of course. Is he going to kidnap you? That's it. You're going to tell him to stop with this nonsense. Since you seem so eager, allow me to remind you, lest this so-called joyous occasion makes you forget your real duties. You are here to stoke every ounce of sick demand, to drive it higher and higher until it stretches across the universe itself. That is what my father desires, and I suppose your own joy, or whatever you get out of this, will only swell alongside it. Is he hinting at his true motives here? Is it all just his theatrics teasing you, the thoughts twisting your chest sharp and insistent? But perhaps you're just overthinking it. Still, the nagging suspicion refuses to leave. Something about the way he lingers on you, measuring, speaks with the unsettling confidence. It doesn't feel like part of the auction. But what can you do? The question echoes in your mind, weak against the certainty of your own inaction. You have to act, you have to do something, and yet doubt claws at you. Maybe it's paranoia, maybe it's real danger. Either way, ignoring it feels impossible. Accuse and threaten. Don't antagonize them. Accuse and threaten. That is your only duty. My father's a straightforward man. I don't know what it is that you seek, but it seems it's in his power. And my only suggestion to you is that you just follow his simple command. There's no need for more than that. No need for pride. You got that? You have no idea what's on the line here. I'm a little confused, princess. How does my pride have to do with my job? He tilts. Pride is a deadly sin. Perhaps everyone needs to be reminded of that. He sighs, feigning tiredness. How am I going to sell you? Well, if it will quell your worries, princess, let it be assured that I will try to fulfill my duties to my utmost abilities. Be assured that I will earn you the best suitor there is in this court. And such an adorable, albeit a bit intimidating princess such as yourself will definitely get this entire court up and about for your hand. He increases his volume after keeping hush so far. Isn't that right, gentlemen? Some laugh, not paying attention enough to know of the conversation going on. He rubs the dome playfully, as if mimicking a head pat. Oh well, it seems I have matters to attend to. I would wish to converse for longer, but alas. Ah, how I wish I was the one attending and not an auctioneer. To have such a cute thing to myself. Is he trying to anger you? Yes. That demeanor dripping with confidence unnerves you, and yet the faint warmth of his soft, playful, almost intimate, makes your chest tighten in ways you hate to acknowledge. Do you so crave affection at a time like this? How dare you? I mean, what he's implying, although he calls it teasing, is concerning. There's a possibility he might be trying to rig the game. For him or an outside party. Hopefully his theatrics will be obvious. If he tries diminishing your worth then you'll have to deal with that. Great. Or perhaps he'll try something else. In any case, you will not permit it to continue. Won't I? I know, he seems fun. A bit of a headache. So far, the crowd seems livelier than ever. It's hard to discern their overall impression of you. Too many conversations go on in the background. Most hushed through some are too loud. Huh? Most hush, though some are too loud. Who out these who out of these men plan on slandering you, trying to bargain you, no doubt for your usurper father? It was never truly about you, was it? You feel the urge to ruminate. No way the crowd can see you and still desire you. No, stop with self-deprecating. What is wrong with you? Ah, there again. But there at the corner of your eye, it seems a large figure inches towards you. Even from this distance, you feel a chill ripple down your spine, an instinctive, unexplainable warning that makes your heart hitch. His movements are slow, jagged, each step stretching into an eternity. The crowd stirs. Whispers rise, punctuated by sharp glances towards the approaching figure. Even many of the nobles, poised and practiced in decorum, lean back slightly, their composure faltering as a subtle tension ripples through the hall. A murmur of intimidation snakes through the onlookers. You swallow hard. Every instinct screams to step back. Something about his presence unnerves you. Your gaze locked on the figure who draws near with a calm inevitability that seems to threaten you. You wish you know more than you do now. Who this man is. Your limited knowledge makes your thoughts splinter. The only possible thing you could use as a shield, and you don't even have that. His figure looming over you brings back memories of that fateful day. What? The thing you wanted forgiveness for? The day where you felt both truly wanted by your father for the first time and the day your mother discarded you. No, don't think about that. This is not that time. Tell me, little dove, why would a loving father permit such cruelty on his only daughter? He's an asshole. His speech drags, sluggish, matching the heavy movement of his body. Oh, please forgive me for being rude. Where are my manners? You're unable to discern his motives. Was that a slight at you? Your heart races. It almost hurts. Was that supposed to be an implication to your value from your father, or was it genuine? That badge on him, gold, he could be your saving grace, but his presence feels unerring, as though it will slither under your skin and eat you whole. No, let me answer your question. You muster out with surprising vigor, like an animal backed into a corner. Do not let him threaten you. Let him know your worth. There will be no bargain. He means no harm. Fuck him. If he really is sliding you in front of the court, you will not let that slide. Do you think there's a limit to how much something could be of value to someone? He cares for you so deeply it has driven him mad. Do not mistake the question. I'm not asking for the limit. I'm asking if there is one. My father is a powerful man that will go many lengths to achieve his goal. That goes for everything. Cruelty and care are two sides of the same coin. I'm not trapped as much as I'm treasured. You spit. Yes, your father did this all for you. Do not diminish his love for me. You'll try to spin that narrative anyway. These people need to believe it. They have to believe it. He buckles, as if trying to stay afoot, his head hanging lower. All he seems now that he's in front of you, is something that feels so much less imposing than he was just a few moments ago. Almost pathetic. And now you realize that all that fear might be all artificial, like a child startled by a shadow cast from something simple, something harmless. Oh, was he not intimidating you? Heat bubbles under your skin. You blamed him for this fear, when it's quite obvious it's something else, something personal. His deformities, his ominous presence, you see yourself in that man. Cowardice. I apologize. I got carried away there. I think I might mistook your question as a slight to my father. I'm deeply sorry. I shouldn't have been abrasive like that. Please forgive me. No, no, I would like to apologize. I could see how it could come off as that. You only notice now how labored his breathing sounds. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I would like to help you, Princess. If I might be honest, I sense a grave sadness from you. One which I understand too well. Though his eyes remain concealed, you feel their weight, or imagine you do. A softness clings to his presence, undeniable, though perhaps it isn't even meant for you. Perhaps he isn't truly looking at you at all, and yet you feel seen. I wish to free you. He wishes to free you, not own you, not for ties to your kingdom. I would be happy if it were you. If you were to win me today, I'd be grateful. I don't believe you would want that. Someone as unsightly as me. Aren't you scared of my presence, little bird? Well, you're the only one that not talking about owning, so I don't know, soothe him? Appearances don't concern me much, sir. I've learned they can be quite deceiving. From all I've conversed with you so far, your words seem genuine. I feel a strong kinship between us. If freedom is what you desire, I will do what I can to grant it. Then I will be waiting, sir. His reply comes softer, weighted. But know this, by night's end you will not belong to me, and that is for your sake. The words strike like a blade dulled at the edges, gentle, yet wounding all the same. Confusion tightens in your chest. He seems every bit the salvation you longed for, and yet he refuses to claim you. And just like that, he turns and leaves, the echo of his presence lingering in the air. Why does he come to you at all, if not to take what you are so ready to give? I don't know. As the time approaches for the bidding, few suitors begin to come close to view you. A few converse with you, albeit more commenting than conversing. She looks soft. I wonder how my grip would feel on such a thing. The final female of her kind, as if she's serving us a delicacy with her. Would you be happy that they desire you? You wanted to slam the dome with all your might at that comment. How dare I say something so deplorable, such as this? Looking at their badges, you have no doubt most will try to bargain if they truly want you. Move aside. A short man walks towards you, slicing out a path from the crowd like Moses parting the Red Sea. You're angry. Gold is his badge. Do you know who I am, little princess? Raimund. One of the few individuals your limited knowledge extends to. King Raimund, ruler of the neighboring kingdom. The king that was never a prince. The what? It's an honor to meet you, your grace. It's an honor, is it? Probably not in the typical sense. Nor any, really. News of his coronation doesn't paint him the most honorable. Yes. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? I'm simply great, aren't I? Oh no. Yes, of course. Until recently, he had been nothing more than a bastard, an afterthought of the neighboring kingdom. Little was ever known about him. Yet through curious, almost too convenient turns of fate, he was legitimized. And not long after, one by one, his kin succumbed to a sudden new illness, leaving him the sole heir, then finally, the only successor. Oh! What's with that look? I'll have you know, I could be your highest bidder. You might even hold some sway over whether that becomes true or not. And with what I see so far, it seems to be swaying towards the latter. What's his problem? Were you not so desperate, his arrogance wouldn't be worth the flick of an eye, though you suppose he is a king. I apologize if I came across in an unflattering way. No, fuck him. Unflattering is a poor word. I wouldn't call you that. Don't undermine yourself too much. Still, I wish to apologize. I would not want to offend you, King Raimund. You lift your gaze, uncertain, waiting, wondering what it is he wants from you. Perhaps he wants to establish more legitimate ties in his name. I'll be honest, you're boring me greatly. This whole spectacle is actually hilarious. Blood, grace, lineage, whatever they'll prattle on about next, does any of that truly measure your worth to the world? You agree. All living creatures are equal to me. Oh. I simply don't see what I gain out of winning you today. You'll give me many heirs. Is that it? I guess. How about you enlighten on that, please? Because if this continues any longer, I'd have to return to my chambers. He might be a saving grace, but he's just that. The large figure talking to you earlier is still an option. Enlighten him. Enlighten him. These are interesting options. I don't... Seems like such a pain in my ass. What happens with this? If you need me to remind you of my worth, perhaps you don't belong here at all, Your Grace. Or perhaps you're daft. Were you not invited by dear father and only managed to slip in? Has the great family fallen so much as to have to bluff to me? Silence, I don't need you, King Raymond. As far as I'm concerned, your wealth means very little to me. And let me enlighten you, Your Grace. I have other finer options that wouldn't make my gut churn at the thought I'd have to be under your service as a wife. You'd hate to live under my rule that much. How about I buy you as a concubine instead? Would you like that? You'd be the most expensive concubine in history. I'd like to see you try, Your Holiness. You'll eat your words, little princess, trying to provoke me. You want my attention so badly. Is this supposed to be your play? You think this will make me win? Hello, dear father. I reject this man as a suitor. Please escort him out. What? And nothing seems to happen. You have been met with silence once again, although not like you planned for it to happen, but now he'll believe your bluff at the very least. Huh. You powerless girl, you think you could kick me out? Me? How about I win you in the first minute, and trust me, you'll wish I had lost interest in you. Do as you wish. Truth is, it doesn't matter who wins you, you'll just have to reach the amount set. So actually the fact you got his interest doesn't bother you. I can't believe he's getting baited into this. And with that he walks off, leaving you and going to who knows where. Hopefully back to his chambers, as he said. The time is almost here for the auction to begin. The auctioneers start. Let me go into the specifics of the auction today, shall I? For this royal auction today, I'll be the one to guide the auction as your auctioneer. Unlike a traditional auction, I'll only be personally taking votes in the final hour of the bidding, so if any of you would like to converse with yours truly, I'll very much be available for you. Let it be known that as auctioneer, I also have permission from His Majesty to provide you with any facts you might ask as per this special occasion. I am sworn to you by this court and by my oath to provide correct, credible information lest I break my oath, and we all know that wouldn't be the most ideal for me, would it? So please do not hesitate to ask any questions, as I will dutifully try to answer them to you. The court whispers. It seems this is news to them. No doubt it might even be more appealing than winning your hand. Well, you're going to use everything you get. This is just one other tool you'll use to win their favor. On second note, they haven't lost interest in you. No, they seem to be eyeing you down, in fact. Just ignore it. Remember 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Be worth more than that. The time has come, gentlemen. The auctioneer's voice booms, commanding the chamber. The auction commences. A hush falls. For a long, unbeatable moment, no one moves. 1. A number that feels so small, it almost makes you forget the actual sum. 5. No early contenders, it seems. The silence stretches, brittle. 50. The voice is unmistakable. So he was the first to raise. That's surprising. Raising the bids now isn't the most strategic considering the other participants, but I guess I don't know his motives. Princess. Xander? Hopefully you hadn't got on the wrong note with him. He could be beneficial in ranking up the bids, yet something in his manner gnaws at you, as if every word he spoke was part of some game you couldn't see the rules to. I'm glad to be able to see you again. On his chest, you see it. His badge has changed. Were you off requiring funds, Sir Xander? Your... Yes, my badge. You seem quite fixated on it. It is there to see. I can never tell if you're here to stoke up your price or quip, my lady. You're here to save yourself. Let's just say I see better prospects for our relationship, Sir Xander. He laughs. If you only knew the details of how things work on my end, I feel like you could understand me well. Is he trying to hint at something? There's a subtle tension in his voice, a mixture of amusement and something more guarded. His eyes meet yours with a flicker of something deeper, perhaps curiosity, or perhaps something else entirely. Details, you say? I believe I can make my own judgments without them. Oh, I'm sure you can. There are some things you wouldn't believe even if I told you. Or maybe you would be the only one who would. What do you mean by that? Why don't you enlighten me, Sir Xander? It would be a shame to leave such intriguing details locked away. He sighs, seeming to be bracing himself. He leans in. You don't have to take this as a threat, but I still do plan on you winning tonight. That confidence again. An icy panic hits you in a single brutal wave. Has your fate just been sealed? Do you remember what we discussed under the apple tree once? You told me something very interesting. What? Apple tree? Apple tree. You never ventured past this dome of the castle court in the past 7 years. Of course you wouldn't remember. But does he already know that? He knows. Somehow he knows. Perhaps it was this that made him know, but he knows. Or maybe he doesn't know the full truth and is just testing you. Ask him what you said. You cannot afford to mess this up, but... What did I say, Xander? Was it a message from her? How can you trust that he hasn't tainted the answer she gave? You said how glad you were that you would die before having children. Your blood turns to stone. Breathing in short spurts, a sharp pang cuts through your heart, sudden and merciless. So did he really meet her? And what does she mean by that? The question stares itself into your mind, repeating, echoing, until it felt like it might split you apart. Which is odd, considering what your duties will summarize, right, Princess? Does she actually want you to be bought by this usurper? Like I said previously, Princess, do not take this as a threat, but I'll be more lenient if you stay silent until I come back. Does she want you to be her surrogate, or does she not want to live? But you want her to be happy, to live a happy life. Some time has passed now since Xander left you with that message. It seems you might have another problem on your hands. A serious one. Stay silent. You followed those words too many times, and where has that led you? In a dome. Somewhere in the background, smaller increments ring out, faint and occasional. Some of the voices feel strangely familiar. You don't notice him at first, not until the scrape of polished boots and the only ease of his voice slip into your space. Another nuisance, one peeling himself away from the suitors he'd been entertaining. You seem preoccupied, Princess. What could weigh on such a delicate mind? Better to keep that pretty head free of troublesome thoughts, don't you think? You're a pain in my ass. He talks too much, but you suppose that is his job. May I stand here, Princess? I've decided I'll be standing here from now on. The crowd really wants this item, as slow as it might look right now. Why ask if he doesn't want an answer? The bids will rise once we reach the final moments. I'm not concerned. Yeah, sure you aren't. Perhaps he should have advertised you as smart as well. You really are getting sick of his teasing. I'd ask to have you replaced if you had said otherwise. Which you definitely have the power to. Uh-huh. I'm only teasing. The entire court knows you are well versed, my lady. I can guarantee that. And well-versed you are indeed, though some whispers too well-versed. You know how they are. But in the end, qualities matter little. You are the princess, the only daughter of the king. Auctioneer? Yes? You are forbidden from lying, correct? In this court, at the very least. I would perish on the spot if I were to, yes? Really? That would be quite convenient, actually. Almost the most hopeful you've felt so far. That was a joke. Oh. Oh, a shame. Princess, you wound me. What prevents you to do so, then? So refusal to answer is permitted. I'll take that as a yes, then. Oh, princess, no need to pout. Let's just say I swore an oath. If you're ever so curious about me or on anything else, princess, I'm ever willing to divulge. Is that why he hasn't revealed your secrets to the court? If he truly wishes to rig the auction, you sure he could? I suppose I am. Are you curious about my looks? No. Do you have friends, auctioneer? What makes you think that I wouldn't, princess? A genuine question, auctioneer. I'm quite the socialite. I would say that I do. Are any of them here at this court? Perhaps I was too confrontational. Of course, everyone here is a friend of mine. Any that you had relations with before tonight? Oh, princess, I thought you'd ask about something like my name. You never even bothered to ask. Your suspicions hurt me. Tell me your name, then. He sighs. You only ask now. Like knowing his name matters in the grand scheme of things. I mean, maybe you recognize the name. It's Demirian. Demirin? Damn iron? Damn iron. My princess. Good. Now damn. Answer my previous questions. Your silence is damning. Do you know that? I'm just processing your suspicions. Are you scared of me, little princess? No. Should I be scared, Sir Demirin? Maybe. I shouldn't have told you my name. You spit it out with such venom, princess. You're treading on dangerous ground. I suppose you're just trying to survive. I'll never understand the games you and your family like to play. Perhaps that's why I'd like to join in so badly. A sharp inhale. Joining a grand kingdom has always been a dream of mine. I had many dreams, much like how you were, princess. I wanted to be a knight. I wanted to be a king. I wanted the powers of a god. How fun that all sounded to me. How cruel life is to have so many limits. Dreams wither against the walls life builds around us, until all that remains is an ache. I know that you agree. Gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the night so far. The night might be young, but we must remember to cherish every moment of it. I propose we dedicate the next round of drinks to the princess's youth. May it endure long enough for us all to enjoy. What is he doing? Auctioneer? Auctioneer? Anyone? What's going on? Why is the room so dark? Is this just another one of his tricks, or is something else happening? Did he turn off the light in the dome? The crowd is deathly silent, like the black void of space has damned you to an eternity of isolation. You reach into the dark, fingers desperate for something, anything, and freeze. Your dome is gone. Oh. Escape to where, though? We're running! You make your first leap. Ah, that wasn't the correct choice, was it? Naughty princess, you didn't realize it was a test? Would you look at that, gentlemen? How beautifully fearful she looks. And suddenly you can't feel them. Their eyes, all of them, drinking you in. They're laughing at you. Their spectacle. He's mocking you. Auctioneer. He ignores you. But you won't let him, not after that. You must let the court know of his possible foul play. If you can't get him out, make him invisible to them instead. Auctioneer, I request a confirmation. A simple yes or no will service. You want them all to hear. Are you conspiring against my father? Answer. Silence. His head tilts as he finally looks towards you. Hear that? Why would he refuse to answer something as that? Answer this instant, I command you. A fraud, you declare, louder, pressing into the silence. This man is a fraud. But they laugh. What? Do they don't care? Do they not care that the auction is rigged? Snickering low and cruel, it spreads through the court like fire catching dry grass. Your blood chills. What? Why don't they care? Why are they laughing at you? You turn wild for a sign, your fist against the glass, your voice rising. And then you notice. They aren't reacting to your words, not even a flicker. The cage hums faintly, a pressure against your ears, and you understand with a sinking horror. They can't hear you. Your voice does not pass beyond this dome. You speak again, louder this time, testing. Nothing. Your voice dies in silence outside. The auctioneer turns back to you at last. Princess, he murmurs low enough that only you can hear. Do you see now? The court laughs not at me, but at you. You are the showpiece, not a player. His mask glints, a light cruel with amusement. I warned you. You're playing a dangerous game, but don't worry. I'll make sure you'll be bought by the right bidder, at the right price for you. That's it. You took that little chance you have to get out of this. He's part of some plan much larger than you. He kneels down, looking at you. Your father, and I suppose you would know this too, has something I want, dearly. So he even knows the true extent of your crimes. Princess, the universe is a cruel place, but I want to make sure that what it has for me. I'll take whatever there is, even if it's not what was destined for me. He seems to be spewing his past. You can see it in this man, desperation. Something too familiar for you. My father's the last person you should be putting your faith in. God is the worst person. No one is worse than them. And he walks off, and with that, your prospects of making out of this. That's it. You will never be able to atone. With little chance of you steering the bids, the court, it's all gone. To save her, to save yourself. Their voices blur together, a low swarm of hunger. Buzzing at the edges of your ears, the numbers climb higher, but never high enough. Each call is another claw at your skin. Laughter ripples, murmurs snake through the chamber. Wait for the final hour, another chuckle. I'll double then, and she'll be mine. The double wouldn't even save you now. Others are less discreet. What they would do to you, what they would take from you. You're used to them, their words searing inside of your skull. Truth is, you've tried so hard not to think of what comes after, but the thought gnaws away. After today, your life is no longer your own, and you haven't the faintest idea what scraps of it will remain to you. I just had to stop them. Stop them from... Poor little bird. You look up. Did he hear you? Can they hear you now? No, they can't hear you. That was cruel of the auctioneer to do that to you. There it is again, the presence of his slithering under your skin. Can you hear me? How? You don't suppose he can read your thoughts? That is correct. You have never witnessed something such as this before. You shudder to think of what a tool like that could do with you. Wait. No need to worry. I don't plan on revealing anything to the court, little dove. I will call for him to restore it as it was. Thank you. Wait. Can you stay? Just a bit longer? Please, I need to know, why can't you just win me now? You obviously can. You would not want to be by my side, little dove. Ask. How are you so sure? What are you doing here exactly, at this auction? I want to save you from him. Then save me. End this torment, please. I want to save you from me as well. Huh? My appearance is not the only hideous thing of mine. After a long silence, but a loss of words, he speaks. I always knew I was all but a bystander to all the chaos caused by your father. To your other, do not call her that. You are the other here. My apologies. Truth is, I did nothing to stop it. I was there since the beginning and had too many opportunities to do so, but didn't. So you know about her? Yes, I was complicit in it all. I was a friend of your father. Why, you ask, but deep down you have a feeling you know exactly why. I didn't see what he did as a crime. I only saw it as the wants of a dutiful king. I was too blindsided by my own struggles. I needed to believe we were under a strong rule. I'm a weak thing, princess. It seems you are still. 400. Whispers fall in the court, the highest raised so far. You are strong, little dove. I aspire to be so as well. You would have been a good influence to me. I am sorry. Thankfully, he didn't ask for forgiveness. No, little dove, I won't. My sins, they make me unworthy any such thing. His words cut you deep. You would say the same thing about yourself. He buckles. You almost forgot he can hear all of you. I didn't mean to imply you weren't worthy. It's alright. I forgive you. For all you've wronged me. Your sins have been forgiven. All of them. You don't know if you truly meant that. It likely was more spite than anything. You want the same thing to happen to you. If it will make you feel any better, I too pray for his downfall. This is probably the most value you ever felt. And it makes your skin crawl. It's sickening how this has been served to you. I told you to stay silent, did I not? Oh, what? How can I be angry at you when you look at me like that? It seems they can hear you now. Did the Mirren feel intimidated by the man? You should be. God, why couldn't he just save you to that outright? I'm sorry, Xander. I wish you understood the going-ons on my side too. It seems we are both misunderstood. Perhaps we are. He looks away as though swallowing something bitter, bracing, bargaining. Is this it then? He's going to reveal your sin to the court. Maybe you should confess them yourself. In your own lifespan, you've never achieved anything great, have you? Xander? Oh my god. King Raymond. Were you about to make a bid there? It honestly seemed like you were insufficient on funds. You're more full of surprises than I thought. Are you planning on bidding yourself, Your Grace? You haven't yet made a single bid. He looks away, annoyance plastered on his face. This will be interesting. Oh, no, this is so itchy. The way Xander looks at the bastard king betrays more than he intends. There's a flicker of nerves, of something unspoken, hidden beneath the mask he so carefully wears. And the King Raymond, is this really all just a show of strength for him? Is he just here to mock everyone? Why would I waste my breath on that? It's far more satisfying to shatter your hopes only after you fought so desperately to win. You do realize the hypocrisies in your threats to us each? Found him. Personally, I would have thought crushing his hopes from the beginning would have caused more distress. Perhaps you really do intend on doing that. Still, people whisper. A strong king wouldn't allow for even a moment of being seen as weak. Wouldn't you agree? I suppose it's all a bluff. That would be the most logical explanation. Princess. I am not bluffing. Ignore her. She's only goading you, sir. And why are you consoling me? I am a strong king. Who cares if they think me weak for a moment? I was dismissed as a miscalculation, and where am I now? Every pompous fool in this room now grovels at my feet, hoping for the smallest taste of my generosity. And tell me, does it even matter in the end when power is all that remains? Even you want what I hold. If you think you can goad me into winning you, you are gravely mistaken. Xander's gaze sharpened, a warning outspoken. King Raymond. Careful, Raymond drawls. You wouldn't want to appear desperate, or worse, protective. You're doing well so far, acting coy. protective. You almost laugh. You suppose it's a sort of protection for himself. A laissez-faire attitude doesn't suit you, does it? Not a brute like yourself. We all know the strengths you carry, so why not prove it? Show us. Show her. You want her, don't you? You mistake me, Xander says flatly. Do I? Raymond's smirk widens. Then perhaps you mistake yourself. Tell me, princess, which do you find more pathetic? A man who cannot save you, or one who refuses to try? The court erupts in low, delighted whispers. They are feeding on this, on you, on the spectacle of men fighting over your life as though it were already in their grasp. Your lips part. You could answer. You could cut him down. But would it matter? Xander takes a single step forward, shoulder taut. Enough. Raymond laughs softly, the sound echoing like a blade being drawn. Ah, struck a nerve, didn't I? Perhaps I should have crushed your hopes earlier after all. The auctioneer's voice cuts through, smooth and sharp. Gentlemen, if you wish to bicker, do it with numbers. The auction is not paused for your quarrels. The chamber stills again, but Raymond doesn't take his eyes off you. He bows slightly, mockery in every line of his body. Very well, he murmurs, voice low enough only you and Xander can hear. Let her wonder which of us will claim her. The uncertainty will eat her alive. No, it would eat you alive. And with that, he retreats back into the sea of suitors, leaving silence and the bitter taste of his promise hanging in the air. You keep your face still, though your hands curl against your skirts. Let her wonder which of us will claim her. Ridiculous. The whispers do not fade. If anything, they grow louder, each voice sounding like nails screeching. Do they really want her? She would break under him, no doubt, another chew toy for the bastard king. Xander exhales beside you, a breath half anger, half resignation. Princess, he says quietly, do not let him under your skin. Too late. He's under it. Both of them. All of them. Crawling through every thought, every shiver that runs down your spine. You hate them for it. You hate yourself more for the sliver of you that wonders if you deserve less. The auctioneer claps his hands once, the sound sharp. 422. Another bid. Would they stop if your sins were confessed to the court? Do try to remember, gentlemen, the prize has not yet been claimed. Prize. That is all you are to them, a mere object, a womb, a body to win, and then they still don't know the full truth. And yet your pulse betrays you. The pounding in your ears is not just fear, it is a terrible, wretched certainty that whichever man hands you fall into, you will never escape him whole. And worse, you are walking straight into that fate without even trying to run. That's not true, we tried to run! For now, the future is unimportant compared to the present, so you push that thought to the side as you've done so far. Xander, he's still looking at you. Perhaps he's actually going to do it now. He crouches, having a serene look to him. Please know I was never threatening you, princess. I know I keep repeating it, but I truly mean it. He says he's not threatening you, but that doesn't seem to resonate between either of you. Perhaps this isn't the best place to discuss private matters. I wish we could have a true moment of privacy. But as you were saying, I do wish I could understand you more. And when I mean you, I do mean it. And why does it matter that he wants to know you? Are you scared of me, sir? I don't think it to be that way, princess. I still feel that would be rude. No, cruel. You can address your worries to me, Xander. Let's try to forget this stage, shall we? I know I will try. Your father. Any sentence beginning with your father can only spell doom. He wronged you, didn't he? At this point, you don't know who he hasn't wronged. He's wronged you, and now he's your only salvation. He's selling a solution to a problem he created. Perhaps, he smiles. He exhales slowly, as though bracing himself for what comes next. He knew my parents long before I was even conceived. He always seemed to have his hooks in everything. That's how it always felt. Still, he was the oppressive patriarch, wasn't he? Even to me, though I was little more than a stranger to him. I just need this, princess. I have my reasons. Then tell me. You always thought I was strong. I remember I doubt you still think so now. Not that I can blame you. People around me always seem to want so much from me. An ounce of respect felt grating, trying to achieve, and it's always been like that from everyone in my life, yet I still chased it. Your father, he will end all of it. I won't have to prove myself anymore. And then I'll have you too. Maybe you'll do a better job at it than he ever could. He's almost as cowardly as you. He's not the bastion you think he'll be. I've always wanted to believe that he could be. That he secretively is. I can tell you for certain that he is not. What could your father possibly help with? His scars, instead of healing, he clings to them, digs them in deeper, and now he thinks your father will somehow make them disappear. You think you understand now. I think we were both misunderstood, Xander. I thought you were going to lay my sins bare before the court. But it seems you never considered that I might notice yours. What? Scars don't just vanish the way yours seem to. You're no exception to that. You're not the only Xander, are you? Your father's mess, if he planned this from the very beginning, it would be a cruel trick indeed. I revealed too much. It was a cruel trick from the universe. You remember his last encounter with him. He never changed except that he was hurt in a different way, a way you cannot go back from. No, it was an unfortunate coincidence. I only happened to realize now. His last visit, almost as though a different person was talking to you, not under the apple tree. And he has yet to mention that. I doubt you were expecting me to have the same trump card as well. Are you going to tell them? You're unsure. The only occasion you could imagine doing so is if he were to do it to you first. No one needs to know. I need to know. Do you not know if you're the clone? No, princess. He had his claws into me at a very young age. I'm the only one left standing. That's what they did to us. Told us to do. It was a bloodbath, and I ended up being the strongest. The only one left. That's all I know about myself. She's a clone? So that's what your father's been doing. The fact none of your brothers never faltered. The fact that none of your brothers fathered heirs, yet they remained faithful to him. You're the daughter of sin indeed. Are you a clone? I see. You wanted to tell him that it wasn't important whether he was the original or not, but you know that would be a lie. A naive lie. He's the one to break the silence next. I have to tell them. I don't think King Raymond is bluffing. Then I'll have to do the same as well. You can use this against him, it seems. Unfortunate for him. I have my own reasons, Xander. He lets out a bitter laugh. Would you agree that it would be best for us both to... A cellmate, it seems. Far from a quid pro quo. He lets out a final laugh. I'm at a loss. You have no clue of how things would pan out if the truth were to be announced. What would father think? He hasn't acted at Xander's threat so far. Or does he truly have that much faith in you that you'd stop him? His little pawn. Looking at his badge, perhaps if he could push a bit further. Xander, I'd agree to work out a deal with us. Do you think you could raise to around... Gentlemen, the first hour begins. I will now be personally taking in the bids. Reminder to be up and alert. Win one to risk the prize due to indiligence. Now that would not only be embarrassing, but it would cost you to win. I think he might have interrupted me on purpose. I see. It seems he might have actually understood your dilemma. Princess, I will lay bare my situation. There's a reason I haven't been able to secure the funds that I would have hoped for from the beginning. It is the same reason that I am here. My house values strength as they always told me. Yet, when I was proved to be the strongest, they rejected me on grounds of inheritance, no blood. It truly seems I'll never be enough in their eyes. I need some time to compose my thoughts. Whatever the outcome is, I do wish it would be satisfactory to you. Okay. So I'm a clone? And he's a clone. Great. People begin to shift seats, trying to get a clear view of the actions that's about to conspire. Silks whisper as they shuffle into place, jewels glint under the pale light, like the eyes of predators. Each man wears civility like a mask, but the hunger beneath it is plain to see. But it doesn't matter. The final bits. You can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel. Your heart quickens, hands trembling. No, you must remain composed. You're trembling quite a lot, princess. Were you trembling before? I hadn't noticed. You're such an asshole. I suggest you keep the eyes on the bids, auctioneer. I certainly will. He bows. Of course, I am the auctioneer, as you ever so keep reminding me. I did tell you my name. I can see I've angered you. I just wanted to have a few words with you before the whole spectacle ends, my princess. I'm really going to miss... Okay, I get it. You hope he does miss you. He turns, going back to please the crowd. Once again, I'll repeat the qualities of this fine specimen once again. You really look out for the first time. The people here, all here for their own reasons. Xander, a strong man, if only he knew, if only the world wasn't greedy. He shouldn't have to go through that. The ominous stranger looms near the outside rims of the court. He could be your salvation. He wants to atone, but he thinks his sins make him unworthy. An idiotic thought, one you're too prone to. Raymond, the prideful man, he should act strong rather than spew it. Perhaps then he could do good with all that power he already has. Be a good king. Perhaps she'll give you 1,000 heirs. Think about that. Raise the bid today, and she might. And for every suitor who leered at you, that you loathe to your core, you find yourself whispering a silent prayer that one among them might yet hold the key to your salvation. Now, the auctioneer pursed, his cybernetic voice carrying through the court. Let's hear the bids. 650. Your head lifts despite yourself. Xander. He does not falter. His voice is steady, resolute, and the weight of it strikes you harder than you'd wish. Deep down, though, you would deny it if pressed. You feel that flicker of hope, that if any among these cretins mistake you, let it be him. I hear 650. What a spirited start, Sir Xander. His grin slices the air. Shall we see who dares to match such eagerness? The crowd hums, low and hungry. As much as he seems confident in his bid, you can see him subtly grimace at the Mirian's word. The bid continues to rise by single increments. Princess, a voice hums from behind you. Is the suspense of who will claim you gnawing at you alive, or perhaps you're worried about your sale value? What an odd question, King Raymond. I would say it's you that's odd. You're about to be sold off, and you care about your value? I guess all you monarchs are like that. If you answer me now, I'll promise you to raise the bids by 200 in an instance. Huh. So you wish to defy me? He glances back, a contemplative shadow crossing his face before lifting his hand. 800. It seems the powerful King Raymond joins the bidding. The air in the court shifts at once, silence settling heavier than it has all evening. Even the final hour had not held such stillness. You haven't won me over just yet, little princess. He still raised it, motherfucker! With that, he turns and disappears into the crowd. It seems a stir has been caused indeed, perhaps stunned. Need a breather? Oh, I hear 801. Now that is cheeky. For some reason, thoughts of what will happen next fill you. You've always pushed them down, but now it all surfaces at once. Will you be the one to bear all their heirs? Kind of. How many births will you go through? Will you even be able to make it out of this? Will you have to consume Nyla? It seems we are at a bit of a standstill. Reminder that the period has not ended just yet. Will this truly be atonement? She told you, but with what Xander said... Huh. Well, as we're at this crossroads, perhaps I can tell you a story about the princess. He wants to tell a story of you. Please excuse me. Let's begin. Once upon a time, when the princess was very young, born only daughter of the king, she was endlessly doted upon, a fragile little thing, always succumbing to one illness or another. He's turning you into a spectacle. Perhaps her late mother saw too much of herself in her only daughter. To me, she was without question her favorite. That was true. She was her favorite. You've always known that. You must stop him. Her father saw her as nothing more than another game piece. I suppose we all do. On the surface, that's all she ever seems to him. But that was only the surface. Deep down, you share far too much with your father. One trait above all, cowardice. He did care for her in his own way. But the truth is, we'll never know the inner workings of such a man. Never know why he turned so cruel. Why, when he discovered she was of no use to him, not truly his piece, he cast her aside. So this is what he wants from you. He's taking your agency away to this extent. She was never the same girl she had been in childhood, though it changed her. It forged her into something stronger, a woman worthy to stand as a wife. Truly, a piece fit to belong to him. However, he has all but banished her even after all that. Let me tell you why. What is he going to say? You cannot let him hear the story. You cannot let them hear the story from him, no matter what. Auctioneer, may I have a few words? The silence that follows gives you an impression he will silence you again. No. You cannot let him continue. Or at the very least, you have to say something. Is this it? They're all looking at you now. Looking at you like waste. It seems Sir Brandy has raised the bid to 999. Bradley's large imposing form still remains where he was previous. Let the girl speak. I wish to hear her. What? Of course. However, everyone keep in mind that the bidding period has not ended yet. Auctioneer, I want you to confirm my next statement. He stops. Now, he could silence you, but will they allow that to happen? Confirm that your intentions here at this court today are not out of self-interest to you. He answers with silence again, except this time they hear his silence. Confirm that you aren't here to win me for the usurper king. The usurper king? Tell them the truth, auctioneer. Just say no. That's if you can. How can such a loyal oath keeper stay silent to such simple questions? How can you trust a man who cannot answer them? Now, let me tell you the true story, gentlemen. You tighten your resolve. You have this one chance. The story, you declare, your voice ringing against the walls, of the girl who defied her father by the very act of her existence. Gasps ripple through the chamber, yet you do not falter. You know this story, know it more intimately than any fable whispered to you at your mother's knee. The king who invited you here today is a lie. His entire existence is a lie, one that he clings onto so desperately. My mother, whom when he found out had only given birth to infertile heir but one. He turned on her. Is that an act of a worthy king? He is a kinslayer. Listen here when I tell you this. When you win today, you will win me. And I will give you what's left of his empire. The chamber erupts. Voices clash in storms, gasps, denials, shouts of outrage. Some rise to their feet, faces pale, others lean in, hungry for scandal. The auctioneer raises his hands, desperate to smother the chaos. Order in the court. He polishes veneer cracks. But you do not yield the floor. You stand taller, letting the storm rage around you, your voice cutting through. Yes, stir, murmur, deny it if you must, but you know the truth of my words. Your eyes blaze as they sweep across the lords and dignitaries, pinning each in their silence. This throne you kneel to, this crown you covet to serve, it rests on treachery, on betrayal of blood, on the slaughter of kin. The room falters again, torn between outrage and dread. Xander, still unmoved in this place, rumbles low. Let her finish. His command silences more than the auctioneer's frantic hand ever could. You seize the stillness. And yet, here you gather, eager to place your bids as if I were an extension of the man, a prize to enrich your coffers. But hear me well. You strike the words, slow and certain. You are not bidding for a prize, you are not buying a treasure, you are binding yourself to me. The last words resound, undeniable, and the weight of it hangs in the chamber like a sentence pronounced. Win me today, and you'll get the only real thing left of this empire. That was a lie, of course. You are the least real in this court. but deep down you want to believe that it is you. It is what you told the court. Please believe me. The silence stretches, endless, suffocating. You can hear your own heartbeat pounding like a drum. You tell yourself you gave it everything, that there is nothing more you could give. But in the hollow stillness, a shadow of doubt worms in. Perhaps it was not enough. Perhaps no words could be enough. Perhaps... The silence crushes you. It stretches so long, it feels as though the court itself has forgotten how to breathe. Please, anyone save me. Then, 2,000. 2,000? From who? The words cut the stillness like a blade. Clear, resonant, final. Every head whips towards the source. A hush sweeps the chamber anew, heavier than before. The auctioneer's works soundlessly for a moment. His polished composure splintered. 2,000. Bid. His voice cracks as he forces it out, barely audible. Gasps ripple through the assembly. Some recoil, others lean forward, ravenous for the shift they know has just begun. Your eyes snap open. For a heartbeat, you do not believe what you heard. Then the weight of it crashes over you. The silence broken, the prayer answered, the tide turning. Xander. He just did it. He saved you. The auctioneer is silent, in disbelief. Sir Xander just plays a bid of 2,000. He seems quiet for a moment, static, as though calculating the logistics. It is valid. Anyone want to challenge this man's bid? He looks around, nervous. The period has not ended, gentlemen. How did he manage to bid so high? What does this mean for the both of you? You look at the hourglass, it's truly about to end. Your heart hammers against your ribs, the weight of his choice crashing down like a tide you can't stop. 2,000. The number rings in your head like an impossible toll. A figure so far out of reach it might as well have been whispered by a god. One final bid, gentlemen. He looks around, but after getting a clearer view, his fist clenches. Is that resignation? The auctioneer wipes his temple with a trembling hand, his voice struggling to find its usual strength. 2,000 going once. The crowd ripples with murmurs. Some glare at Xander with open resentment, others with hungry curiosity, as though wondering who he is to dare such a sum. You steal a glance at him. He doesn't meet your eyes, his jaw is tight, his gaze forward, unyielding. But you can see it, just beneath the mask of calm, the storm he's hiding. His hand flexes against his knee, like he's bracing himself for the consequences of what he's done. 2,000 going twice, the auctioneer tries again, his voice cracking. You can't breathe. What if the usurper challenges him still? What if he can't pay? And yet a dangerous thought begins to bloom in your chest, trembling, fragile. What if no one does? What if this means freedom? The sign grows heavier. The auctioneer's hand lifts, quivering in the light. Sold. You look at the hourglass, the final grain reaching the bottom. That's it. You've completed your task. Atonement. The sound escapes from your throat, half laugh, half sob. The adrenaline in your system keeps you from collapsing. With trembling hands, you press against the dome. And with that, I declare this auction complete. I trust you are all satisfied with the occasion and congratulations to the winning suitor. The court is silent, as though stunned, then erupts, a slow applause begins, and all their faces plastering different emotions. The auctioneer's voice carries on, smooth and practiced, but the words drift further and further away. The edges of the world blur, the hall dimming like a candle guttering low. Your head spins. Perhaps this is relief. This is happiness. Salvation really does wear this shape. 2,000? You saved her. They can't catch either of you now. Or at least that's what you tell yourself, as the noise swallows you whole. You saved her from being devoured by you. Your father had always wanted you to do so. Have his complete child, an heir that will bear the responsibility of continuing his legacy through flesh. As if that was your only purpose as his only daughter. Ew! Even though you already had everything. You remember it all clear. His glances turned so spiteful. To you, to your mother, to all his children. But it changed. It's murky, but he seemed proud of you. You remember obsessing over what could have caused it. if it was something you could harvest. Things felt so good. Everyone liked you, for once in your life. But your mother was smarter than that. Than you. Than your father. Give my daughter back, please. Please, I beg you, please. This is your fault. Huh? Don't act innocent. You promised me children. That's why I took you. They could have all been fertile if you had just... So that was truly all I was worth to you. I loved you. That's why I didn't go through. I wanted to be in your life, our children's lives. I wanted to live that life. You've doomed them. Mother, what's going on? She hugged you then. She's no daughter of mine. What have you done with my daughter? Tell me. I gave her a purpose. No. Give her back. You've all but destroyed the memory of what happened straight after. Your father had you in hand, bullying you to... I was a coward. Why couldn't I just... No, it was you. This is all your fault. Now, child, look at the mess you left. You took so much from her. This is the consequence of your own actions. Finish the job. No. A knock from the auctioneer. May I have a word, princess? Under the mask of his, you will never know any of his true expressions, but his word still resonates. He's impressed. It seems I wasn't able to win you for myself today. Huh? Was that actually an option? Do you have any idea how much I dislike your teasing? I just want your attention, that's all. As much as I hate to admit it, what I hoped for is a childish dream. It is childish. It just seems like such a clean solution. Maybe to a certain part of you. I won't say any more. I will wish you well, to be happy as a bride, to forget this all. You don't deserve to forget. I hope you find worth to your existence. Don't throw it away for a dream you won't live. I will try. Oh well, this is goodbye. He waves you off, turning his back. I hope to see you again in this lifetime, princess. How do we get his route? Princess? Consider my favorite one, Xander. You managed to smile. Thank you. You're worth every piece of my wealth. I am very flattered. He steps closer, each footfall deliberate, yearning burning in his eyes. You saved me today, Xander. The words tighten in your throat, but you force them out. The truth can no longer hide. You saved your Nyla as well. His breath stills. I see. I need you, Nyla, truly. His voice quivers, but his gaze does not. I don't need your father. You're enough for me. His hand brushes the air as though he longs to reach for you, to claim you. I cannot live with the thought of another owning you. Your heart stutters. I don't know how to repay you. Will you be able to bear a sum that high? A shadow passes over his face, his expression hardens, dark and resolute. I will, he says, each word like a vow. There is no need for concern, princess, though. His lips curve into a faint smile. It's not the worst feeling. You're doting. It's not the worst feeling, you're doting. Your pulse quickens. The dome feels suddenly smaller. Your breath caught between fear and something perilously close to desire. Xander? I would spend every coin, burn every bridge, betray every ally, he says, voice low, if it means you are mine. I am yours, truly, Xander. He saved you. You cannot be more grateful for that. Wait for a bit, my princess. I will get you out of this prison soon. We'll get far, far away from this, from everything that has caused you, us, despair. I promise you that. I will see you soon, my princess. Now you wait, as a woman in this empty court once again. The ease you feel, how you miss this feeling. Although most of the times you've experienced them, it was a memory of the true Nyla. You're free now. I cannot hurt you anymore. She won't be able to bear heirs, but you think she will still be happy. She told me that she was glad that she would die before having children. What does she truly mean by that? Is that? Nyla. Your throat restricts as your breathing fastens. What are they? Do you truly believe you have atoned? Father. Do you truly believe you deserve a better life than her? Answer me. No. That is correct. Do you truly believe that only you should bear the responsibility of her true destiny? Yes. You scum. She deserves to live. She deserves to have a life. No, not if it means dying, not if it means a copy gets to. You pant, the fear you've set aside threatens to keep you quiet, but you will not let that happen. Let her speak, please. I will do whatever she commands. Have you forgotten? You took that from her too. I had it replaced for her. No, she must be in so much pain. Do you forgive her? He isn't asking you. No. Ah. I want to have a life. The life she took from me. I want the time you had with Mother. I want to bear children, to continue our legacy. I want to make you proud. She said how she was happy that she didn't have to bear children. It is time to atone for your sins. Will you finish the job you've been destined to complete, or will you be a coward and let what's left of her rot? I ask for permission of that who it rightfully belongs to open this cage. Save me. Make me proud. I will not. You now belong to another. You don't know if you feel satisfied with the specific arrangement. Many tasks are being arranged for you to do. Things have changed so much. You suppose that has always been the case, but at least now you feel free. Your future is uncertain, as it's always been, but at least you will get to have one. My Nyla, I'm so sorry for the harm I caused, for all I've stolen. Your life was a beautiful one. Your mother and siblings meant the world to you. What I got to live, however short it was truly a wonderful experience. And if I could go back and return it to you all, I would. You don't have to continue his legacy, Nyla. I want you to live a grand life, however big or small, however known or kept quiet. Be free and know that I will always be proud of you, even if it means little. This pride that I have for your life will always be dormant in me. I'm truly grateful for you, Nyla. Yours truly. Hmm? Wait. Hold on. So confused. Okay, so the one in the chamber was a copy, a clone, right? Did I have to eat her or did we swap again? I don't understand. Don't know, but it was interesting. Let's see. I don't know how to get the other endings.